That's the tea hitting the pavement. Over here on Word on the Curb, we don't sip, we spill. Word on the Curb, where the tea hits the pavement. Let's get into it. It's Angela, your favorite internet bestie, and we got the vibe. We rocking the housewives, politics, and celebrity gossip, all wrapped into one show.
Hello, hello, hello. I was going to say, I think you was frozen.
Hello. I'm like, what is going on here, girl? It's raining, but it ain't bad. I don't know what the heck, girl.
Okay, well, hello, hello.
Welcome to our live.
Welcome back.
And we are here to talk about those ladies in Houston, well, Dallas, rather. They're supposed to be
to Dallas.
Yes, they're supposed to be giving off some Dynasty, but it's giving off some baddies to me.
Okay.
So, before we get started, please let us know what you would rate this episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And also, I have a poll here. Let us know, who do you think actually started or initiated this argument, Pinky or Angela? Angela number 1, Pinky number 2. You can just put that in the chat. I'm still trying to do stuff over here. Look. So we start out with was it Adrian, Phaedra, and Cynthia. And Cynthia's having some kind of tequila venture and with Adrian. I don't know this lady. I just know she looks very plastic. I heard she was a housewife from Beverly Hills.
Yeah, she's an original Beverly Hills housewife.
She need to quit with the Botox or whatever it is. She need to looking like
that's how they like to be over there in Beverly Hills. And Adrian, well, Maloof is her family, so I think they had owned the Sacramento Kings at the time when she was on Housewives of Beverly Hills. However, she was married to Paul. I can't remember his Nassim, but he's the doctor that is on Botch.
Botch. I heard that. I heard that.
So that's who she was married to. So I'm saying that to say, I mean, she was married to a plastic surgeon. Yeah, you know. So she actually, even though she probably looks like she's done more, but I'm saying she's actually looked like that for quite some time, you know.
I don't know how they think that looks good.
You know, I don't either.
That looks a mess.
I think so too. But, and what I just found out, because I thought that most people were getting their lips filled to make their lips bigger, which I hear that's one reason. But I hear a lot of people is doing it to get the lines out of their lips. Like, you know, y'all fucking around and do way too damn much. Because why are you sitting around looking at the lines in your lips, trying to figure out how to, to do something to make them go away? Like, what have you seen outside of a plastic doll? You know what I mean? Like, they don't have lines in their lips. I literally just found that out.
Girl, but she looks like a plastic doll. She's giving mannequin. That's what she's giving. A mannequin. And Phaedra and Cynthia are on their way. So please stop, because you're looking a mess. You are looking a mess. But so they're giving Adrian the rundown of the women and what's all kind of going on, because she's used to being around these catty talking women. So they, kind of see Houston or Dallas. I keep wanting to say Houston. Dallas. And so it's supposed to be a dynasty / Dallas theme. I like the women on Dallas theme.
And remember, I asked last week. I'm like, if you're going to Dallas, why you didn't just make it Dallas? But I guess
you don't have the fashions like Dallas.
Like you said, Dallas was a little more ranchy.
Yeah.
And so Dynasty, I guess, gives them that excuse to bring it up a level, you know.
A lot of levels. But
put a pin in there real quick. Speaking of bringing it up a notch. Excuse me, y'all. Did we see that Angel has somehow secured her some type of wellness show? Wellness?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's on YouTube though.
Well, whatever it was, I knew I hadn't heard of it.
Yeah, I
think it's good for her, just as far as obtaining something that feels like it is geared towards what it is you was trying to show us all season.
Yeah,
on Potomac. However, I would have to agree with some of the other commentary. I tried to listen to the promo and I just couldn't make it through, so I didn't hear the whole thing. I had to keep going.
I watched it, but I can't. I don't know what it. I know it's about her kind of life or whatever she's giving out there.
Well, good luck to Angel with that. I hope that means she's not coming back to Potomac.
Oh yeah, she's not coming back.
Okay.
No, she's not coming back. Her or Kay.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm. So they done for her. So, but yeah, I don't know.
Okay, back to it. That I just wanted to.
But anyway,
you know, the coming up a level because you know she thought she was showing the girl something.
Well, now she gets to show everyone.
Yeah, she does.
Go ahead. Go show it off. So, but anyways, we're back to the Housewives of Atlanta, and they then took a journey over to Dallas. And so we start out with, like I said, we have Cynthia, Phaedra, and Adrian. They giving the fighting out what's all going on. So we get over to the private jet, and we have Pinky doing the prayer. We got people talking about bankruptcy and Black. No prenup. Okay, so we had the prayer, which they thought was too long in the Kojic. I agree with Pinky. I would have prayed my ass off. I'm sorry. I've been on the plane that Darren Small wasn't a private jet, but it was a 12-passenger plane, and we was in the storm, honey. That thing was being thrown to and fro. Me and old boy sitting by each other, honey. We was holding hands across the aisle, praying. So I think, me personally, I wouldn't have mind the prayer. Pray that the Jesus that we
I think it just matter. I think it may have just depend on how it was delivered. I kind of sometimes I don't know if they may have been exaggerating. It didn't seem like they were, but I do think that sometimes I don't know. It's kind of tricky for me. I would not have mind the prayer, but would I have been somebody who may have thought it was a little long? Maybe. You know what I mean? And sometimes I don't know what a person's motive is in certain things. So that's kind of where I would be coming from in a sense. That's all. Like I said, I wouldn't have mind. Who's gonna say no? Don't pray that we get there safe. You know what I mean? You sound crazy, unless you just don't like our atheists. But like I say, sometimes. This episode, Pinky, in my opinion, has presented herself as somebody who feels like she's superior to somebody. I don't think that it's the entire group. And so that's where I'm coming from with when the girls kind of have to.
I think it's the entire group.
Because I wonder if there was this air of, kind of overdoing it going on.
Yeah, I think it's the entire group. Did you see the interview she did with someone, and she talked about basically her bankruptcies again, but they were asking her something about Phaedra, and she was basically like that. Basically, to me, I thought she stated that she ain't even in her tax bracket, so I don't even have time to worry.
That's funny you say that, because I was just about to say I didn't think that she thought Phaedra would, like, I didn't think, because it felt like at the table, once we get down to that scene, it felt like when Portia brought up, like, did y'all talk and sort it out? It felt like Pinky was ready to brush it off, right? Like, well, yeah, we talked. And so Phaedra was like, well, it was mentioned, you know, like, but we didn't. So then she said, well, yeah, we didn't get a chance to talk about it. And then even as she described, it was like she was just kind of reiterating a feeling. It didn't feel like she had that same energy, even that she had for the dirty house and all of that. It didn't feel like she had that for Phaedra. And I thought that was strange, because she was very quick to jump on Angela and have a lot of energy towards her. And so I thought, because to your point, this lady is, well, as far as your perception at this moment in time, this lady is possibly making a rumor that disrupts your business. So I would guess that your frustration would be more about that than somebody else's room you not even sleeping in. But okay, but we'll go. So so that's why I worded it that way. Like, I don't know if it's everybody, because I think Pinky has enough sense to give Phaedra, Portia, even Cynthia the respect of having been there prior to her. I think it's everybody else she feel like we all on the same playing field, and that includes Drew. But go ahead.
So anyways, we find out the different types of bankruptcies that she does not qualify for. Mm-hmm. We find out that K. Michelle and her husband did not do a prenup. Mm-hmm. And I just thought, maybe he has more money than her.
Maybe because your dumb ass, excuse me, let me take it back. Not the dumb ass part, but maybe it's just because you hop, skip, and rush to doing this, and you really didn't think about none of the things. And for you to be the age that you are, and for you to have had the type of relationship you've had with this guy, it feels foolish. But getting to the conversation she had about Cashton, well, he doesn't have a social media. And then she said, but I wish he did, because I want to catch him cheating. Then she goes into, she thinks all men cheat. Mm-hmm. Here's my thing. Like, this is probably why it's hard. Like, if you are my friend, you would have to be able to hear hard truths, right? Hear stuff come back, like kind of be mirrored back to you in a sense. And what I mean is, I don't understand the want to get married, and then the actual verbiage and thought process that you sit and verbiate and perpetuate is that all men cheat. Because even if I don't even say that sentence. I think all men are capable of cheating. And well, that would be anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, right? And for me, that's as true as it go. But if I want to get married, and especially the guy I'm thinking I'm married to or want to get married to, why would I go into that with this air of, well, all men cheat? It feels very negative. It feels low self-esteem, right?
I definitely think she has low self-esteem.
Yeah, right. Well, that's why I'm kind of wording it that way, because I think sometimes as women, we don't really acknowledge all of the ways that low self-esteem shows up, right? Because it's not just like, oh, I think I'm this. No, you show up, your low self-esteem shows up in the choices that you make, in the reasons that you give for them, you know what I mean? Like, and so, which is that, because like I said, I would be a friend if she said that to me. I would have to question her about that. Like, that doesn't make sense to me, friend, right? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on, friend? Like, I'm gonna need your train of thought to kind of change and be a little more positive, friend, which is separate than a prenup. Because most people's arguments about prenups are, well, you're planning a divorce while you're trying to get married. And That's totally different. That's about protecting your assets. You know what I mean? Period. In case of anything, you know, like divorce or what have you. But it like, so that's what I mean. It doesn't feel like that doesn't feel like a smart choice at the stage that you are in life at this point. But I think that she wants to present this attitude of having Cashton wrapped around her finger. And maybe she does. You know, him putting his arm inside her arm on that first episode told me a lot. It just really spoke volumes for me, because somebody else may not have even paid it attention, but I saw it immediately, and I thought, "Ooh, like that's a way to, you know, emasculate him very quickly and very nonverbal." You know what I'm saying? But it kind of gave me an insight about their dynamics. So, like again, I think that's her presentation. And with he doesn't have social media, so it's kind of like this yo-yo. And I don't like talking to double-sided people, because I don't know where you stand, and you don't know where you stand, right? Because like I think it would be better for him to not have social media, just because it keeps him out of some of the riffraff. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's that's the thing. I think women have conversations that are just unproductive to the life you saying you want. That's kind of what it is. Yeah, okay. But that's what I got on K. Michelle and this husband of hers. Well, like, I think you just rushed out and got married the day before you signed your contract to the Housewives, and I believe that's just because you wanted to be able to say you was married as a housewife.
Yeah, but I think she probably thinking about that karma that's gonna come back and get her ass. For messing around with R. Kelly while he was married. So you think all men cheat, and she's expecting her husband to cheat on her, evidently. And
that is about what it sounds like.
So, but I would definitely say she has some esteem issues.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, it's sad too. It's sad, you know. Yeah. And I feel like we saw it a lot this episode, because she was very withdrawn. I really was like, it was this episode that made me think maybe K. Michelle is not going to be a good fit. I feel like everybody else is doing their thing. And K. Michelle, like we was talking about the transparency, but like I said before, not being insensitive, but this thing about the butt, you know what I mean? Like even the country music, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a little bit played out for me. And that's because for me, like, I don't think K. Michelle is being introduced to that many new fans as she might want to think. I think most of the people who are watching Housewives right now are familiar with K. Michelle. Most, right? Like I know you like this your first time watching her, but I think most of us are. And so I'm confused about this lady. She's very guarded. She's very guarded. And I don't know if I have the true faith that giving her another season means that somebody else is going to show up. But according to Portia, like maybe she's going to get activated at some point, because according to Portia, she said she think K. Michelle going to rethink how she showed up this season.
I think she's going to rethink how she showed up, because she's not showing. I mean,
at all.
No, the way, first of all, I think she had an issue with probably like evidently, but she never watched the show. I don't get it.
What she did, because I think she did. She's doing a little bit.
Who she's trying to be like? Because
that's what I'm about to say. I feel like she's doing a little bit of what Shamea started off doing last season, which was giving us what you feel like a housewife would be. And I also think that this idea that she has about being an Atlanta housewife is dated, I don't
Yeah,
like.
she looks dated.
Yeah. What I
Yeah.
would say is she probably hasn't watched the last few seasons,
The
right?
last 16 seasons, honey.
Right. Yeah. Well, but she whatever idea she has is dated because I feel like she's doing the Shamea, like the whole all the outfits and the glam, and it's just real like you trying to present this elevated, like thing. Going back to the marriage, like that's why I think she ended up married. I think she needed that, but also speaking to this low self-esteem. Coming from love and hip hop, going back to whatever your mindset is about where you are now is a dated mindset because there was a time where Housewives was like upper echelon, and they still are as far as in the reality world, But I'm saying too, love and hip hop is really not that far from them, right? When we think about the content in general. Now, love and hip hop is a little more like rougher, maybe just more tense. Like they have, like they do a lot more tense things and a lot more conflict. But I mean, they're not too far away. So I feel like we're going back to, I think that K Michelle is still in her mind kind of having the idea that she has leveled up, and so in that she's very in her head about
she's
making
trying to be
sure
sophisticated.
that she's not showing up the way she would on a love and hip hop type of scale. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, because the whole attire that she had on, I was like, what? Are we where we at in the is she a Valley girl or what the hell we got going on? But these depleted baggy pants, I said, oh. And I mean, compared to how the rest of the women came dressed, I just thought, okay, so you was going to the tennis court or going to the country club?
Right.
I just, it just didn't to me, she sticks out like a sore thumb, worse than Pinky Cole. And if we're talking about aesthetics, she looks dated. Her appearance is older than Cynthia's. The way she dressed, everything. It's just the hair is Elvira like. It's just, I'm like, what the hell is going on? I mean, her confessional looked good. And I really like Cynthia's confessional with the pinky wig. I mean, the pinky wig. I thought that was really cute on her.
Yeah.
But yeah, K Michelle, I don't know.
It's turning out to be a flop so far.
Yeah, it really is, because from what I can understand, okay, let's get on to they get on this long sprinter ride to the house. And they have to stop because they have to, make a stop at the gas station. Kay has to use the bathroom. Shamea, and this damn cup.
To make sure her ass wasn't leaking on that sprinter.
Girl, but she had on white pants. So, but Shamea, the squat, the cup, all of that seemed too much.
See, and Shamea like does that all the time. I agree with Pinky Cole. Like, you got Versace on your walls. Like, why are you talking to? It would be different if they had done some type of camping trip and there was an appropriateness to have that, information. Not for nothing. I got they sell it on Amazon. I got the little cup, urinal, female, whatever in my car. Right, yeah, because sometimes you might be whatever. You coming back from the club late, goddamn it, you gotta pull over and pee. But I'm just saying, like, that's not. It doesn't come up in conversation generally, right? Nobody knows that that's there unless we need it, right? And then it's like, oh, okay, I got to travel. You're, female urinal, whatever.
I'm like, so would she think the bathroom doesn't have any soap in there?
I don't know. I think she was trying to have a clever way of talking about not touching the toilet, or probably touching anything.
I can see.
Like probably touching anything. I mean, you've ever been to those gas stations and like
the toilet,
right?
all this,
like you don't want to touch nothing in there, not the sink, not the handle. Like not nothing. So I guess that I figured that's what she means. I guess it was just way too much, and it was no need for us to have that information.
No, because most women know what to do in the bathroom.
That's what. Yeah, that's all. That's what it boils down to.
So you don't need to tell me nothing. We all done been there, done that.
In the cup. Thank you, Jesus.
Yes.
Okay.
So evidently this home is not in Dallas. It's somewhere way out in the boonies.
Okay, Angel.
Cynthia, they gonna make you an angel this season, huh? So they get to this house, and it's a really, really nice house, and the women are, I mean, do you think it looked okay, I guess? You think Shamea was that impressed?
It looked like a decent house. One thing I have to say this, and I feel this way across the board about all the housewives, and this might be unpopular opinion, everybody, but that's one of the parts about their trips that I really dislike, is the complaints that they will have about certain things, not unless something is really blatant. But when they kind of, sticking their nose up about the rooms and about stuff, I just kind of, I don't know, it feels crass. It's like, I just don't like that part ever on any franchise. Like, and it's a couple that where they usually don't, like, they don't even have like that type of issue per se. But they go where the fuck somebody told them, and they it might be Jersey, honestly.
But my thing is,
as much as they fight, you figure they will be fighting over the rules. But I guess they say we got enough to fight about. But anyway,
I just feel like no matter what, if whoever would have went out in that pool house, I feel like somebody was going to create an issue, either because they didn't get the pool house, or like if Phaedra and Portia was out in that pool house, Shamea and Kellie going to be upset because they went out there in the big pool house. It was going to be an issue regardless. So if it would have been the two new girls out there, they mad because they not with everybody. The only thing I did think was Pinky being off to herself.
Now, that's what I wanted to ask, because speaking of Angel's trip from Potomac, because we was talking about how we knew the trip was going to be, or at least I said I knew the trip was going to be a downfall because, you separated half the group basically and took them an hour away. Now, even though they are all on the same property, would we consider this separate, like splitting the girls up? Because I don't consider it splitting the girls up. I think they was putting 10 on 20 or 20 on 10 with the whole thing. I do feel like when it comes to Cynthia and when she has her nervousness about delivering news, I did kind of wonder, like, who gave her the idea? Like, was that actually her idea? Because what I started to think about was, because this is before anybody even said anything about the room, right, being dirty per se. But I thought to myself, I said, why is it, like, why was she hesitant about the pool house?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why did it feel like, because what would have been wrong with it? And and why would somebody feel any type of way about being in the pool house? I don't think it would have bothered me at all. Like, again, but it was interesting that she was kind of hemming and hawing around it.
Yeah, I didn't, me personally, like when we did our trip and we went to Nashville and we stayed at the cabins, I don't care where I really sleep at. I consider myself one of the younger ones that was there, even though my little cousins was younger than me. But the older ones, they all had the bigger rooms. I was in there with the younger ones. It didn't matter because we weren't gonna be in the rooms. We too busy hanging and banging. So the whole situation where, okay, I can see if there's a problem with cleanliness. If you looked in there in the sink, toilet, and the bed, okay, I understand that part.
Right.
But just to be this turned off, because everybody was like, because I know I ain't staying over here. Here go Drew. Drew, you should be the main one over there.
Right. Okay.
You ain't, I mean, even though she probably feel like she's, you know,
well, she's been there longer than a couple of the other girls. Yeah. But she probably feel like she paying her dues. Okay.
Yeah,
like
she ain't got that many speaking parts. She been kind of on mute to me. But I just feel like, what was really the big deal? The house was nice. You guys are not going to be staying in the house the whole time. Now, only thing I would say, now the area where the cooks were cooking at, now if that smell is going to be permeating through where I'm saying that, and they making sure they're not cooking up in the main house.
Oh, you coming in and out.
I might have been an issue if I think I'm over it with the rooms. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I never really like that. It's a turn off for me as far as being part of the episode. And like you said, I understand about the cleanliness part. But even with that, I did feel like, you know what? I didn't like their behavior at all. They felt like rags. That's just kind of that, you know what? That's just in that, you know, because again, like even if I like, and I just have that spirit about me in general. Not like if I'm like stuck into something and kind of hammering it in, then it's got to be something, you know, like, I don't know, like it's been a while or something. There's some reason why I'm doing that. But generally, like you say, something like that, because I'm going to be focused on trying to have a good time. So, okay, the room is dirty. Can you get somebody to come and clean this up? As long as that's going to happen, moving on. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to, you know, have a conversation with all 15, you know, other people that I'm with. Like, oh, can you believe? And in a way that made it seem like it's the person who hosted the trip. Like it would be their fault that you arrived somewhere. And even though they were sitting right with you, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like it was their responsibility to get it clean for you, that you would kind of make it something that they've done to you.
It seems like they would have had some cleaning supplies with them anyways.
I mean, no, I guess because because they expect, you know, I feel the same way per se. Now, I usually will have like some Clorox wipes.
Yeah, but they're not staying in a hotel. So I don't know how.
I understand what you mean, but I'm just saying, because of the privilege that they in, I think the expectation that you arrive somewhere and that there's a level of cleanliness you expect, I think that's okay. You know, like,
but to not go to because I would have, me personally, I would have probably, if I felt like that room was just that dirty or whatever, maybe I would have asked the other girls, whoever else I'm cool with, can I use their shower when they got done?
That's what I mean. They were being wet blankets in general. Like, you were not trying, and which is funny for Shamea, because you kind of coined yourself everybody's best friend and the one who have a good time. So it would seem that if anybody could push over to the, you know, push that over to the side and figure out a way around it, it would be you. Y'all could have went to the main house and be like, hey, somebody scoot over, because that, you know what I'm saying, woo, and we need to get dressed over here. Who gonna share, you know, who gonna, whatever. That, so y'all can get on to it. But y'all sat in it. It was, I don't like it. I didn't like it at all. I thought it was, it's not conducive to having fun. No. You acting like a wet blanket.
Yes, and
And for that, you're right. Stay your ass over into the pool house, because what you're not gonna do, which is what Pinky proceeded to do, but what you're not gonna do is come over here to the dinner table and then make the whole dinner or conversation over dinner about how this room is unacceptable, to be dirty, and it draws out into the hour that we sit here. Yeah, no, I'm like, I can complain about a few things, and I'm very particular about some things, but when I know it, when having a good time and staying in a good mood is the mission, then I'm going to do that.
Exactly. And the thing also, when they were out there sitting at the pool and Angela comes over, Angela is messy as hell.
Yes, she is.
She's messy and stirring the pot. So now this episode, I kind of liked Kellie confessionals. They were funny to me. But so she was talking with Shamea and Kellie. Kellie was saying how she felt like freaking. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now. It was going in and out.
Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go out and come back in because it's been freezing the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go out and come back in. So we're at Kellie, Shamea, and Angela. Let me go out and come in.
Okay. Yeah, Angela asked. She is clocking in though, per usual. Per usual. Sorry, y'all. I have to fry me some chicken and eat it real quick. So yeah, Angela tiptoed her tail over there to the pool house and decided to try to ask them if they thought it was some hidden motive behind them getting into the pool house. So Angela definitely is a pot stirrer. Definitely is the charade role, the bone carrier, because she definitely carried that bone right on back to the girls about freaking Frack being whack and that they should have been the ones over there. I mean, again, I just really didn't understand, and I wondered what they thought the motive would be for them to be over there. Outside of this is the space that we had, and I had to split it up the best way I could figure out. Like, I don't know. But on the flip side, it's a show, and so they've got to create, they've got to create drama somehow, which goes back to me wondering if the producers told Cynthia to put them in there, or how about suggested to Cynthia to put them in the pool house, because again, the way she was letting them know that that's where they're going, it was almost like you figure whoever had to be in the pool house was going to be upset about it, and I'm wondering why. Like, why would anybody have been upset about it? So maybe there was some hidden motive to it. And that's the reason why they behave in the way they do. But I didn't particularly like it. And I didn't particularly like all the extra energy Pinky Cole brought over to the table after, I don't even remember seeing her actually talk to the girls. I think we kind of saw it in a clip, but I don't think they showed it on the episode. But yeah, I thought Pinky was putting 20 on 10 also. I think she could have delivered the message and let it go. Much like Portia said, she, like hammering that thing. Like, well, yeah, it was dirty. And like I said, not really, like, I don't know why y'all telling her that, like she's, head of housekeeping. Like, and that's what I would have told her. But see, Cynthia way too nice. Well, I'm probably way too nice a lot of times too, but I sure would have told him that, because that's just common sense, honey. Don't be coming over here talking to me when you got the same sense I got. So damn it, I'm not in charge of it, and that's what I would let you know. We're gonna get the people who are over here to help take care of you. So y'all drop down in the comments though about that. Let me know, or let us know, what is it that you thought like the motive was behind the pool house? And um, do you think Cynthia had a motive? A motive. Now, listen, Cynthia, no. But do we think the producers may have, leaned her into doing that? Much like when she had to come out with the Mr. Chocolate, that was what it was giving me when she was telling them about the pool house. It was giving me her delivering that message about Mr. Chocolate. But yeah, I'm like, so as far as her having a motive, like, no, I don't see Cynthia in that way, but I do see Cynthia kind of be, doing some little stuff that the people might have say, like, hey, get it started, like do this or whatever. Um, it was something else I wanted to say about Cynthia with this trip. Oh, they're making this big deal about out of it. I do believe too, because this could be going on for the whoever is producing Shamea and Kelly. I think they're trying to get Cynthia in the mix, right? Like Cynthia's role is very Cynthia, right? Like she is even keel.
You play it safe.
Yeah. She plays it safe, and that's okay. But I don't think we need that here, right? Cynthia seemed to be spending a lot of time with the girls, and we don't need a mediator per se in every scene because we want to have some content. So with that being said, Cynthia's Achilles heel is that she cheats, and that her trips are not always up to par. So I feel like that was probably a little something extra to put, some salt on or whatever to pull Cynthia in the mix. You know what I mean?
Yes. Get down there and sling some mud.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Which this must be what she was talking about on the clip from her podcast with Crystal, that she ended up kind of getting thrown in it. And I think it might be a little more, but it may all surround this trip.
Yeah. So yeah, because but who was that? Shamea said that for the next episode that she's meeting 50 Cent from like Power or whatever she said. So yeah, well, I'm just over the whole room assignment, run to the room, find a room, all that kind of bull crap. To me, it's very juvenile. And
for a trip you ain't paid no money for, honey.
Exactly. So where are we at? Are we at the dinner yet? Because girl, I'm having.
Yeah, get on to the dinner. So you were saying that Angela came over, which I said she done carried that bone about freaking Frank being whacked. She carried that bone right on back to the table. So,
just like Kelly said she was gonna do. Wait a minute, isn't Angela Oakley thing something about running it back? Isn't that her tagline? Something about running it back?
It might be. I can't remember.
I thought it was something like that. Something with running it back.
It might be.
Yes. So Kelly reenacting
what I like about what, and let me just cut in. And I think we all like this about Angela because she is kind of taking on the Chileeeee bone collector role. But what I at least appreciate is that she's not leaving it up to somebody else to kind of point out, or like she's coming to it. Because like the way Chileeeee would do things, it was a little bit different than the way Angela comes, right?
Well, Angela says it in front of everybody.
Chileeeee right. That's what I'm going to say. Like Angela just kind of have a different, and it doesn't always feel like prying, even though going over there to ask them if they felt like there was a motive to it definitely was stirring the pot,
but stirring the pot at the table. I can't help it. I feel like Angela started it. She damn sure finished it, but she definitely started it. So Pinky is letting Portia know that the girls are not coming to dinner. And the whole thing about K. Michelle not having her glam, K. Michelle still look the
That's
same.
what I'm saying. She does feel inferior to somebody. Oh no, that was Pinky I was talking about. But so because we already know K. Michelle got low self-esteem. That's why she sat over there. And clearly she don't feel like those other girls are prettier than her because she didn't have no problem sitting in front of them on camera with none of this glam that she ended up tiptoeing her ass over there to the table, to the table for anyway.
Well, the other girls weren't dressed. They hadn't got dressed yet. I think she looked at what the fuck she had on. She just looks dated. I can't help it. She looks dated. The hair choice, all of it, to me, it gives older. I wouldn't even, hell, I don't know how old she is, but she acting like she's Cynthia's age.
I don't know how old she is either. I mean, at this point, everybody is pushing around my age. I feel like she might be like about 48, something like that. Let me look it up.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. You look it up because I was about to. Because she them pleated baggy pants. I said, and nobody else is dressed like this.
Well,
and I hated Drew's hair.
44.
What?
That's what they said. She's 44.
She's the second youngest one?
I guess so.
So Drew the youngest? I don't know how old Kelly is.
Yeah, I'm sure Drew is younger than Kelly. Well, I don't know. They could be pushing around the same, but I feel like Drew looks younger than Kelly, so I think she's younger than Kelly. But yeah, that's what they say. They say she's 44. I mean,
I guess. She dressed like she's 64. I can't help it. She dressed old.
I don't know that I have anything wrong with her dress. Listen, I think I have an appreciation for anybody who don't look like the carbon copies that's walking around of whatever this is that they call it. Like, I know we did Renaissance and we had our whole, theme and everything to go to the Beyonce concerts. But like these fucking 45 and 50-year-old women dressed like schoolgirls to go see Cardi B, like, bitch, are y'all cool? Right? Like, so I'm saying this to say I'm okay with you being in an era that is suitable for where you are, right? And I may wear some things that somebody might say look a little too young, but I ain't never going out looking like nobody's schoolgirl ever. That's I don't know. That's a little mental for me, but I'm okay with people just keeping original to what their style is. So I'm saying that, like, and I think especially us that came up in the 90s.
So this is K. Michelle's style. Is that how she dressed on Love and Hip Hop?
I think she dressed different than the other girls. Yeah, she's from Memphis, Tennessee. She country, like, just period.
They country down there too.
That's my point. She's country, like, and when I say country, I'm talking like it's like a different culture. Like, yes, the people.
Have you been to Memphis though? Have you been there?
I've been to Memphis, but it like even if I hadn't, I don't need to go to know that the people in Memphis dress different. And it's not to say, like, we understand that there are trends and certain things that transpire all over the place, right? That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, there are a lot of people that all dress the same. They all look the same. They all do their makeup the same, right? And they're all over the world, right? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, what I think we see with K. Michelle is that she's adapted to some of these things, like the plastic surgery, like the glam, right? And part of that is her being able to feel confident because she is suffering from some sort of low self-esteem that she has not fully worked on. At all. Yeah. And so with that, but I'm just saying her aesthetic for me just might still be in a 90s, early 2000s type of era, and I'm just saying again, much like I guess I defend Giselle about the way she dressed. I am okay with people having their own way of how they show up and style.
But I understand that, but when it gets to the point that you can't, Yeah, but when you get to the point where you can't film with the ladies at the table.
Well, yeah, but so with that, I think that's a separate issue that goes to her self-esteem, and that's what I was saying. Like, there is somebody, which funny, when I was saying this, there's somebody in the room she may feel superior to, but I'm not even gonna put that on her. She probably doesn't necessarily feel superior, but because of her low self-esteem, needing glam, because imagine you, which is ridiculous, that you would feel like you have to do it, but you never learn to do it for yourself. So anyhow, but you went over, because if you was gonna go film, with the girls at the pool, then you could have went over to the table. Here we go back to y'all just was being wet blankets at the end of the day. And that's it. Because all three of y'all asses scooted y'all tails on over. And you could have did that in the first fucking place.
Yes.
That's right. But right, you came over because
it's popping off.
Let's get to the main event, okay? Pinky Cole and Angela got to verbally sparring with each other.
That was the funniest shit. Well, Pinky Cole was saying, not Pinky, Angela was saying to Pinky that she felt, Pinky was kind of being a little aggressive or kind of coming off weird to Cynthia, or she said all of us, or maybe just Cynthia. And because, Pinky came over there trying to defend the girl who said she was eating steak. And taking up for them. And it went, I felt like in that conversation, Angela was stirring the pot real good, because I think we kind of already figured out whatever. Then she seems like she was wanting to go deeper, whatever she thought that Pinky may be have an issue with or something with the ladies there. And I think Pinky took it a whole nother way. And next thing we know, she's like, I would never, how did she put it? That like she's not inferior of Angela.
Right, clearly. That's why you gave her that energy. But when it came to Phaedra, you didn't seem like you was ready to go there with Phaedra. She didn't. Now maybe, like I said, maybe some stuff gonna change, as we get on deeper in the season. But she didn't feel like she seemed to double back when it came to Portia pointing out, like, well, did you and Phaedra work out y'all stuff? She made it seem like yeah, it was cool. And so Phaedra looking like, well, no, not really, So she wrapped it up, you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, I was just asking, well, who said it? But you didn't really have, it. I agree with Angela. You didn't have the energy you had when you came over here about this dirty room. You know what I'm saying? Like that you speaking up for. And like Angela, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to her. I felt like Angela just really, she made me proud because she just showed up to me, like just a little Chi-Town sister. I just felt like we was kindred spirits in that film, because I don't know if I consider this stirring the pot, but I think that you just ask questions that feel obvious and blatant, which is, why do you have this energy if it's not your room? Like she said, well, I thought she was talking about her room. I literally could have saw myself saying that exact sentence if I was sitting there at the table, like listening to her. I would have, like, once she came out and it came out that you was talking about the pool house, I would be like, oh, she ain't talking about her room. Because, right. And I agree with Cynthia. Like she said, they got them out for themselves, and I have talked to them. So how is it that you kind of, and that's what I mean, you coming over and you kind of laying it on the table like somebody there purposely did that. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just, what pisses me off when stuff like this happen is it's fucking unreasonable. Now here's the thing. That's what, and what I told myself while I was watching this is the reason why myself would never be good for reality television, because I'm way too logical and I don't have the capacity to be over here making up shit. I just don't. I don't have the capacity to be doing that. Like, so I feel like I would have kind of be like just naturally wanted to know the same thing. Like, you're not talking about your room. And so if she responded and say, well, no, I was like, so yeah, and then I would want to know, like, well, why so much energy? I probably would have went on and said, well, you didn't even have that much energy for this, you know, like for this one, and it's about your fucking business. Like this is about your business, but you ready to just, oh, that's cool, we swept that on the rug. You ready to jump across the table for this other shit that don't have nothing to do with you, not like zero. So I thought, yeah, I thought Pinky was trying it. And like I said, like at the top of the show, I think she has hierarchy for those three OGs that are a part of the cast. And it doesn't include Drew because Drew is the least, you know, like from the amount of years those other three have. So in her mind, and because everybody kind of gangs up on Drew, and not that it, of any fault, you know, like she doesn't aid to it, but I'm just saying, Drew's an easy target, you know. So she doesn't feel that way about Drew. So yeah, I think she picked Angela to be the one. I think Angela came out that way because I think she just was. It was in a confusing space, and so that could be a good way to get to where they got to, right? Because yeah, why are you sitting up here playing crazy, you know, playing like this? So let me ask you the questions that when you find out, you know, like when you get to what I'm asking you, you are gonna get pissed off because you was trying to avoid that. You know what I mean? Like,
she was pressing. It was pressing. Yeah, and it was pressing, honey.
I felt seen as a Chi-Town sister. Like, I get it. And if you notice, Drew don't ever show up like that. Ever. That's why I keep saying.
Well, Drew's not quick with it. So she's not. I don't know how Angela those things come in her mind, but she is very quick with
That's
it.
What she used to, baby. She say, I'm true to this, not new to this.
Because her and her husband do it back and forth.
That's what I'm say, like generally. Like that's kind of, or I think in Housewives we started to call it spar, but it's really just banter. You know what I mean? Like me and my cousins do it all, like it's a form of communication.
Yeah, my husband and my son, they do it well. My
not necessarily, and like so I don't do the whole I'm just a kind, empathetic, nice person. So I don't do things where I would pick a person's appearance apart. But again, like to use in circumstance and you know what I mean, like all of that shit. Most certainly, like that's what I tell people. Like that's why I say I have a dark, sarcastic sense of humor for that reason. Because I'm gonna make fun of shit that, you know, most people wouldn't, in a sense. And outside of, like I said, I don't like picking apart people's looks and stuff because I feel like you don't never know. I mean, unless you know who you know, like are talking to or whatever. But you just, I'm not here to attack nobody's spirit. You know what I mean? Not for real. Right? That's not my ministry.
They were attacking.
If I tell you the truth and you feel attacked, that ain't got shit to do with me.
Yeah, they was throwing them low blows. And
what you want? Angela told her I could throw a rock at
I can hit 10 people, girl. You owe. I said shit. I feel personally attacked.
Yes, Angela said, "Oh my God, what she say, Papa Smurf?" I said, "Girl, not Papa Smurf, honey, not Papa." And listen, and like you said, like how long has Pinky been sitting on the Damien on that Damien throwback? Because why did Carlos King or them people over there had to explain to me where that came from?
Oh, like, I knew immediately.
I didn't.
I watched Friday After Next so many times with my kids. We didn't.
Okay, yeah, but a lot of people did not, and so yeah, they had to explain it. But I'm like, okay, Pinky, you're not quick. Like you got to do the stuff that you actually know. The people know. You know what I'm saying? Like Mister, like you know, we know who Mister is. But
Okay,
I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, like, to say a name that's that iconic, everybody knows what you're talking about. Friday for me is iconic, but for us only. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody kind of know about that color purple shit. But anyhow,
none of them at the table knew though. So
and they certainly didn't know about Dynasty or Dallas. What else did she say? Oh, the commingling teas.
Girl, yes, incestuous tea. I was like, oh,
like, ooh, okay. And see, that's what I mean. See, like that's when it started to hurt, because you never know. She might could be, feeling some way about her teeth being crowded, because clearly that's what's happening.
she got nice teeth though.
Well, that's what I mean about crowd. Like, see, you have to be up on somebody. Like, sometimes I think stuff like that can have an appearance to where, unless you up on a person, you don't know that they got 3-4 teeth sitting on top of each other. I'm so sorry that I had to describe it that way, but
girl, all I know is I said I'm sitting here watching it, and I'm like,
yeah,
the whole time
it was very. It gave us very nostalgic.
I said, let me get my damn dictionary out, so I can't.
It was nostalgic with the back and forth. I like that Pinky didn't back down. Like, she came up. We could tell she was the first one to really get hit. Like, felt some type of way. Listen, I think Angela was just calling the things out the way she saw them. And unfortunately with Pinky, the deal is you really didn't have a comeback the same way you feel like nobody has a comeback to throw your bankruptcy, you know what I'm saying, in your face. Like she said, well, how many, like I should, or how many, what you owe? She like, nothing, right? Like, right, duh, I ripped that shit off. I owe them motherfuckers a damn thing.
Yeah, well, because it was her money.
Right.
So it was,
but listen, it was good. I am giving the episode, I'm giving the episode an 8. I'm giving the episode an 8. I think it was good. I'm excited about whatever's to come. I was disappointed about the room situation and them being a wet blanket. But again, maybe this is all a part of, let's get shake it up a little bit. But the girls are clocked in, honey. The girls are clocked in.
Yeah, they are clocked in, and I'm hoping that I bet you next time they won't not do whatever the group is doing. K. Michelle, like I said, I don't know her from Loving Hip Hop, so I don't know what she did over there. But just seeing her for the first time here, I'm like, for her, because she definitely. I'm not getting her. Kelly, I understand why she's still mad at Portia, but she needs to. I think once we got there, I would let her know, hey, the flowers weren't cool. I'm still fucking pissed off at you. And because Portia did say it again on this episode, it told them why that they have an issue, and she know it for a fact. And I wish Portia would quit saying she knows it for a fact, because she don't.
Yeah, I wish she would too. Portia. Yeah. And and too, it just would be nice to see her give some grace. Because now, listen, y'all know I do love me some Portia, but just so y'all know that I'm just fair across the board, I'm actually going to call her out about why would you do that to her when you know that that's the, you know what I mean, like that's the running thing with you. And even if you want to stick to the optics and go, like, and dig out whatever this short time frame is, that you want to like pinpoint from by day, whenever you decided to start dating the guy, you understand why people are saying and feel how they do. So just like, it's kind of like the Clarissa thing in a sense, like, not that you have to give in to it, but it's no purpose in fighting that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people have made their mind up about the way that they view what happened in this timeline. And so this new evolved Portia, I wish she would allow grace in which you wouldn't be the person that was kind of doing that to somebody else.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, listen, I just like, look, if I don't like somebody else doing it, it's not okay for you to do it just because I like you. You know what I mean? Like, no, I think you foul for it. And I think you should know better out of all people.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of all people, you should know better.
So I think they should definitely have that conversation or whatever, so they can move on past that. And
what's real interesting is the fact that Shamea and Portia are not having any type of conversation. I am very interested to know when it gets down to whatever it is Shamea had to say, because how did you even get to the place where you was able to say it? Because, baby, y'all act like y'all don't see each other. How sad.
Yeah, that is. That is, especially to be friends for so long and then we still occupying the same space.
Yeah.
You can't even like, hey girl, how you doing?
And you know, not for nothing, that's probably what's wrong with Shamea. And I do now, it makes sense to me why Cynthia would put Shamea and Kellie there. Because in some form or fashion, you want the people to be comfortable in at some point. You know what I mean? It's got to be very tense. And, you know, like I go back to my own experience. I was telling you about like some of the situations I've been in the sense that like tense situations, I had noticed that you can have like you can have reactions in a sense that feel out of body, like being obnoxious, you know what I mean? Like pouting about something very trivial, you know what I mean? And this might be like a response, you know, to being in this tense like place that you ain't really ready for or really even knowing how to navigate properly, maybe. Because like an overnight, like it's probably easy to do, you know, like the call time, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we're gonna go to this opening for a few hours, whatever, but y'all got an actual trip, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So so now it's like just thinking about all of that put together, I think there might be a combination of all of that for Shamea, like why she is kind of going along with it when it comes to Kellie. And then we forgot to kind of mention Kellie and the stuff she's going through with her husband. So like I can understand her just kind of being drained. Yeah. But I think I wish that kind of is the conversation and it not be the focus on like somebody purposely is trying to, you know, stick it to you to, you know.
Because I didn't get the fact that when they were talking to Angela, and like she put it on Phaedra and Portia, because this is not their trip. They didn't put you over there. And I feel like if Phaedra and Portia was in that pool house, it'd be an issue with them over there. They got the pool, you know, it would have been something. Them two would have been complaining about something. Either way it would have went. So I don't think in this trip nothing was going to satisfy them. That's the way it seems to me. Because the little short one, Kellie, is upset. And I mean, because if you had an issue, it should have been with Cynthia. I don't know why you would have thrown some Portia and Phaedra in it. That, you know, so, you know, I would have been like, why are they calling me wife? What we do?
Right. Which, you know, Portia did say that. She was like, oh, like, they don't like their room and we whack? Like,
so, you know, that's the only thing I said. I don't know. I didn't see nothing wrong with the pool house, to be honest, other than I couldn't see the dirt, other than what they showed us, the little things that they did. And so the cleanliness would be a problem, but I would not have had an issue that I would not have went over to the dinner table.
I agree.
And I think because she did that, K. Michelle felt, they did that, K. Michelle felt, you know, well, I can do it too then. And she needed to have her ass up. You the new nude lady.
Right.
So.
But again, I do think we are looking at a guarded K. Michelle. I think she is very much just not wanting to have anything kind of be a correlation, you know, like that threads her, like, oh, and listen, and when I say what she acted like there, I feel like the only difference was just she was more vocal, had a lot more opinions. I mean, we kind of hear it a little bit in her confessionals, but she was calling those girls out. And to the extent, like, that's where, like she said, well, the people haven't been so nice to her in Atlanta. I mean, I don't know how nice she's been to people in Atlanta, you know, like from what we saw. So I don't know.
I don't know either. So
yeah. But I am not liking what I'm seeing when it comes to K. Michelle right now. I think she's giving us a lot of fluff. And yeah, it's not working. Not yet. So we'll see.
Well, I thought the episode was pretty good. I would give it about an 8. But that's why I give Real Housewives of Atlanta. But to me, the show this weekend was Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Okay, honey, because Destiny and Tisha they showed down, huh? And that's just been building up anyway.
Girl, I said that was gold right there. And the thing about it, Destiny was visibly very angry.
For sure.
When Tisha tried to walk up on her at the end.
Oh, yeah. Kimmy got right up in there talking about, and Tisha, you know, look, now listen, Tisha, I don't know where you from, but like, yeah, you must have thought like y'all just because the cameras was up, like that was cool.
She playing TV.
Because we're going back, like everybody knows, don't you walk up on nobody when they pissed off at you. What the fuck is wrong with you? I don't give a damn if all these cameras here or not. Yeah. I will pop, snapple, crack on you. Like, no, you don't ever do that. And
girl, when Destiny was banging on the table,
your sister in love stepped in between because Destiny was ready to dog walk your face. And I think that she has a reason to. I told you at the top of the season, or I don't know if it was last season. I know I said it, and I know I pointed it out instantly at a conversation they had, and it had to do with Martell or something. But anyway, I pointed it out instantly when she started talking to Destiny about loyalty,
exactly, yes,
things like that, you know.
I think she's mad because she's friends with Martell still. That's the whole thing, and that because Martell and them fell out, and she feels like she's the number one chick, Destiny fall in line, and Destiny's like, bitch, I'm not falling. Girl, I enjoyed this.
Well, no, Destiny didn't say
No, Destiny, but I'm just saying, girl,
but what happened is, like what I was saying about the housewives, you're now being unreasonable. And it's to an extent that I can't, like, right, I need to address this because you're being fucking unreasonable. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, she says, I'm grown. I should be able to be friends with whoever I want to be with. And the thing, you had the issue with Nell. So, Nell, you got an issue that Destiny is friends with Nell. And then she gonna say, I can see Nell, but Martell, all these people that she knew before you. And then I didn't really think they were that friendly. And it just seems like that.
That's why I said I called her. She was pulling rank on her because I don't feel like we ever saw them being per se any more friendly than what it appeared to be when y'all both had a common enemy in Mel.
Yeah.
Okay, because again, going back to ensemble, Destiny needing somebody to film with. If she wasn't gonna film with Melody, it ended up having to be you and Kimmy. So Mel leaves, and now you and Kimmy are really are the ones having to usher whoever's left, right? So y'all can keep the show going. And I think having Destiny be a part of everything prior to, let's say, the Nell and the Trisha, and then her own fallout with Mel. Like I said, I do think she just felt that the hierarchy she was up next, and I think that that's okay. Except you are trying to be something that you're not, in a sense, you know. Yes. And I do agree that. And here's the problem with Tisha. Not being able to acknowledge where your hangups are coming from. Because the whole talking about me behind my back, like, why would you get mad at your friend for talking to your sister-in-law when you know your sister-in-law about to come and tell you? Now, what I did, because I, didn't see the whole episode, I just saw the clip of when they were sitting at the party or whatever, and once it all got down to it. But what I was interested in, because this is how I am in real life. You bring me something telling me somebody else told you X, Y, and Z. I'm going to want to know the spirit and why it's coming.
Yes, and it was only in concern that each week is something. Like, she didn't know, like, okay, we cool now, but then you bring up something from the past, and then you got an issue with me again. And that's the whole situation that she said she didn't know how to take Tisha. And it wasn't like I'm dogging you out.
Basically, she telling you gonna kiss my ass. Like, every time, and you keep moving the goalposts. Every time I turn around, I am, like, questioning you.
So that's why Kimmy even said it wasn't said talking about you or making fun of you. It wasn't said in that. She was just saying how she felt the situation with Tisha is always different. We could be fine. The next thing is something else, and you bringing up something from old. And I guess from what I gather from watching other YouTubers, that the reason why Destiny got so upset because she knew that Tisha knew that when Martell came to that brunch, is that production had sent Martell there. Mm-hmm. That she did not have Martell to come there to ambush her. And that's why she said, I would never have no man come to try to ambush no woman. Mm-hmm. And I mean, because she was mad. Honey, she was banging on the table. But the funniest part to me is when Miss Nell was sitting there eating that damn chicken.
Baby, listen. Nell telling that girl, I thought to myself, why would you do that? This is where I felt bad for Destiny, because
she's mad.
She was very upset, and I felt empathetic, because I feel like I've been at least in a position where I've had this question about something happening in the way a person handled it, and it's kind of like, why would a person feel comfortable with telling you that they gonna take you, like, you visibly upset, so they are trying to appear to want to be consoling. They tell you that they coming back, and then you go sit down and finish your plate. Like, I would be ready to wail on Miss Nell, because why would you think that would be okay to even do that to me?
Because she went outside with her, went out in the hallway with her. Then even Destiny called her on the phone. She said, I'm coming. And
put her phone down, picked her fork up, and went to eat.
Pick that chicken.
The thing. And I said to myself, do they not get paid if they don't finish the scene or something? Because that's what it was given.
Girl, she's trying to eat that damn food. She said it was so good.
Very disrespectful to Destiny. And I feel like that's why when Destiny came back in and saw her, she probably went to a whole level that where she probably could have, like, just wailed on like anybody can
this bitch ain't eating no damn chicken. Wow.
I know that's what the fuck I would have thought. I know that's what the hell I would have thought.
She said it's so
I
good.
know whatever problem you thought I had with Tisha, it is now with you. Like that see, and that like for me, that is exactly how it go. Like I would be cussing your ass out. Like, why do you
just left? After so long, I would have already called me an Uber. I'd have been gone.
I kind of agree with you in that sense. I probably would have called as soon as I was walking while she's talking about I'm on my way. I probably still would have been ordering the Uber. But I agree that if I had not, you know, like, and that is what happened, then now, like, because that's what I mean. I felt bad for Destiny just because it does seem like Destiny is always in this position where everybody feel like it's okay to shit on her.
Yeah.
And where did that come from? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Where did that come from? What conversation did people have that just, you know, like in which y'all decided we can just do whatever, you know, to, you know, say whatever, do whatever, you know what I mean? Like to Destiny. I felt bad for her in that minute, in that moment. Just again, do I believe that she hasn't given us storyline? Sure. Maybe she's right, that maybe she filmed, and maybe a lot of times it just hasn't been shown, and maybe now because this stuff is so surface, you kind of asking the real questions that we all would be asking. It just makes you seem like the more authentic.
Girl. Tisha. And them tempers.
Tisha, she needs to go to Dr. Francis.
She did a little bit more than that. Especially thought she was gonna walk up on the girl like that and say,
I don't know how she thought. Unless she was ready too, but it didn't seem like
she didn't look ready because she was
like,
ready.
You look like you had like a smile on your face.
Yeah.
You know, like yeah. I'm like,
brought my husband into this. I can't believe you brought my husband into this.
I don't even know how you walk up on nobody with a smile on your face in the midst of that. Because if I'm walking up on you, maybe all of this is scrunched up. Like
she was playing TV, honey.
About to get your ass whooped, okay? Because your ass whooped.
Destiny did an interview with, I think it was No Chaser TV, and she had spoke about, because I guess she was talking about the upcoming scene at the time, would have been when her and Tisha had got into it at the open house. And was said, because Tisha had a whole dang on temper tantrum, and they were like,
I saw that one, that clip. And she did, and you're right.
So she was
she was being shady to Destiny, and I thought that's what going back to what I'm saying. Like that's why I felt bad for Destiny, because that's what I'm saying. How did it like? And it feels like you can point out outside of Kimmy. And that's not giving Kimmy a pass. It's just that Kimmy doesn't really insert herself in these moments where she's looking like she out of bounds. You know what I mean? With a person. But anyway, I'm saying, like, right, what conversation did you have and with who that made it seem like it was okay to diminish Destiny in some way? Like, even if it wasn't her open house, like, why did you have to come in there and say that like that? It was such a hater ass move.
I think her and No Chaser TV was talking about, and she said Tisha basically do things for TV, and she did feel like she was supposed to be like the next Mel or whatever, and this is what she come in here with. Because I said, here's the person that's so insecure, want to pop her shit now.
I told you that. That we was talking, and that's why I said because she feels like it, like that's her. She's coming in to do that, and who else is here to take? You know what I mean? Like so it was just given to her in that sense, and she felt like everybody should follow suit with that. You know. Like I said, I think Destiny is just kind of. I don't disagree with her reaction. I think she's right to feel that way. And this is another thing I'm gonna say. And I know it took us all this time to get the small, bits and pieces of story that we've gotten from Destiny. But my advice to Destiny is get off this show. Unless you're going to play the game the way that they play.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know, like, because if you're looking for, like, I could tell she was hurt, like, because you thought that girl was your friend. But what I'm saying, to me, in my opinion, them people don't like you. You just happen to be there. So, and I think that explains a lot, right? Because again, we've taken all of this time to get this bit of story, whether that's from the producers, them people don't like you. Because again, somebody has given some air or something that it's okay to kind of to treat you, I don't know, like you, like Drew. They treat her like Drew.
Yeah. You know, they feel like that, you know, she's less than them.
Yeah.
Plus she's not, you know, she wasn't the you know, the OG on the show. And
well, like I said, like Drew, they treat like I said, like what I just said about Pinky, the way she threw Drew in. Drew just as new as the rest of them as far as she concerned. Like, you just got here too.
You think Drew done moved already?
I don't know, honey. I hope she did.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to next week's episode. And we have some pretty good TV. And Heart Hustle Houston will be back on
yes,
the
I
30th.
saw.
Yes.
And they got everybody coming back.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that.
I see Stormy over there acting a fool over on Birmingham.
I haven't watched. I think I only got past the first. I think I haven't watched it all the way through. I did a little bit of the first episode, and I didn't caught bits and pieces of, you know, the different ones. But I said I got to sit through and watch it. But yeah, you know, Stormy thinks she the it girl on that show. So who knows, honey? I think what Stormy and Tiffany is into it or whatever.
That's what I'm hearing, yeah.
And I knew Tiffany was going to be a whole piece of work because using them church girls are. When you coming on these reality shows and you a church girl, because them two things don't mix to me.
Mm-hmm.
So you over there praying and over there and cutting the devil too. So
right.
I got to watch it. But yeah, and I still got to watch Rhode Island too.
I still gotta watch them too. I haven't watched them. I can get in. I guess I have to be honest. For me, I think I've said this before on a few of our lives or just in general. For me, I've been watching Housewives for so long. I'm not one that was interested in a new city. I'm not really sure why they keep kind of doing these things. I felt like Rhode Island was kind of like a replacement for New Jersey, but now we're hearing, you know, like New Jersey coming back, and I'm kind of confused, like, why do we need them both? But again, I just like, I feel like that's how I was with Salt Lake City. Like, I kind of was, I caught on that first season, and then something just kind of has turned me off, and I'm just not very interested in some of these newer cities, because I do think at some point things run its course. I'm okay with y'all ushering some of them out. Maybe usher some out and then introduce us to some new ones. But adding a new city on to the cities that I've already, you know, kind of become accustomed to and stuff, I don't have the capacity for that. So I'll watch it at some point. And that's funny because I'm watching reruns of things and won't put that on just yet.
I just started Blackish over it.
Right, yeah, you know, like that's what I'm saying. Like I literally could put it on, but it's just like I said, I just don't have the mental capacity at this moment to try to filter between what's happening and these new people and whatever their dynamics are. It's gonna be. Speaking of watching reality TV for so long, Love and Hip Hop is going off the air.
Yeah.
They are canceling the show after 16 seasons, I believe it is. And now this is what I found most interesting, not the fact that they even canceled. What I found most interesting is that they will be canceled at the moment that they move to BET.
Mm. Well, you know, it ain't black owned anyway, so it don't matter.
But it's just,
yeah,
it's just the point. It's just the optics.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you let them make all this money over here on VH1, and now you finally move it over to a station that at least it's supposed to be geared towards black content.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're the first ones to get canceled.
Girl,
listen.
So this was to have it like a wrap up. So I think coming in the fall, where they're gonna reminisce or go back and
well, no, they're probably just gonna wrap up the stories, which they, I guess that's fair. As opposed to following them through a period of 3 months or whatever it is that they film for. They just gonna wrap up, get us caught up with where everybody at. Because I feel like Bambi and Scrappy seem like they are at least co-parenting well, but it seemed like I think she told him about he couldn't date anybody, or he had to do certain things for a whole year. It looks like that might be happening from the Instagram activity. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm kind of here for it. I think Scrappy is very immature. I don't like, I don't like the way he behaves most times, but I do think him and Bambi really love each other. And they got all them kids, so I really would like to see them get back together. And with that being said, his ass act right. You know what I mean? At that same time. But yeah, I think it's just to close it up, wrap it up, see whatever Spice got going on at this point, just to give us the closure.
Oh, so that'll be happening in the fall.
So. Yeah. Yep. So I hate to say goodbye. Like I say,
everything has come to
everything has run its course, but Basketball Wives too, right? We knew about that a couple. And again, all of this when y'all move it over to the black. Hopefully that means maybe they residual, or they what do you call it? The reruns. Maybe those will be on BET. Maybe they get something.
Not put BET with a bunch of reruns. I want to see some new stuff.
That's what they already do anyway.
That's what Tyler Perry station.
Going back to the point of, isn't it interesting that you would cancel those shows that are currently running, and once you put them on the station, that you could keep, you could keep them on for the programming, because ain't shit on there now.
Tyler Perry. Whatever. But I think didn't Tyler Perry sell his portion in there or something? Because before he had to deal with BET, I thought they were getting rid of isn't it supposed to be Paramount, or somebody bought something?
I probably did, yeah. I can't remember what the
BET Plus is supposed to be gone.
I guess maybe his reruns or something over to the other people. But actually, because Love and Hip Hop and stuff is over there anyway, so I think that they own all of that stuff.
So, I don't know.
I guess I don't know. Don't get me all into it. Well, I just think it's crazy that once it gets on the black channel, you cancel it. And I don't think that's no coincidence. After you'd have made all the money, but over on the other channel. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Okay,
that's what they do. Yeah. So well, that's it. That's all.
Yay!
So we got through another episode. So we got another. How many episodes do you think they have down there in Dallas? Maybe one or two more.
There's going to be no more than this second one.
Okay. So I guess it's gonna be popping off with Kelly and Portia a little bit.
We'll see. Portia been pretty tame. Pretty tame.
So yes, I'm looking forward to it, but I like the fact that after everything happened, it seemed like They were able to come back from the fight.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what Kellie and Portia need to do. And I wish Shamea and Portia could move forward in a way that it doesn't feel so.
I'm gonna tell y'all though, and I hate to do this to Shamea because I know that she has a personality that feels opposite of what I'm going to say. But you know, I feel like I said it last season when all of this really started happening, when I pointed out that Shamea was kind of like the culprit of it, in a sense. Not that she had any, not that her feelings weren't valid in how she may have felt, but I do think that the demise of this relationship really is due to her actions. And she is kind of the definition of you can't be friends with somebody who wants what you have. So I don't know. Like I say, I'm interested to see what it is that Shamea is going to say that has Portia saying that she ain't never gonna speak to this girl again. I don't know what she said. She wouldn't even, and that's as far as the question she would answer on the interview. Like which I thought was very respectful too. Now, because listen, things happen, people grow apart, and I know when I say, people say, well, Shamea got her husband, they got so much money, like I guess she got more money than Portia. You know what I mean? Like, what is it that Portia had that she don't? And it's like, it's the stuff she got that she don't. You know what I mean? Like, and nobody can put a name on it but Shamea. But the simple fact is, in her behavior, she most certainly coveted something that was obtained in Portia's realm in life. I don't know what that is. But and so that's why I'm saying, like, no, you can't be friends with somebody who wants your life or wants something. You know what I mean? Like, you just can't be friends with them. And once you see it, you gotta go, you know.
Honey, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what could be said. But so if she said she's not speaking to her ever again, so how is that gonna work on the show?
The one thing that's coming to my mind is if she has something to say about Simon that goes against the narrative that Portia is sticking to. And when I say the narrative, I'm not in question of whatever their timeline is about or whatever. I'm not here to say like she's lying and she stole the girl's husband, whatever. I wouldn't date somebody who was still married, and that's the end of that. You know what I mean? So getting all into that, I don't know. But in my opinion, I feel like at this point that would be the only thing that she would have something dealing with Dennis. You know what I mean? Like something in that area that you would say, and because of your proximity to Portia, depending on how bad it is, could feel like you saying something truthful. I don't know. So that's what I mean. Like say, for me, the only thing I can think of is got to be something that's going against something you've already kind of stated and answered. And I'm thinking Simon, maybe she gonna try to confirm that she did, know him before or something. I don't know. When you think about her being friends with Kellie, like I know I don't know. See, and then go back to Shamea, like Shamea, and for me, moves strange. That's what I'm saying. Like you had to have been jealous of that girl or envious of something of hers. Sometimes people just envious of the way people love you.
Because I can't. I mean,
and that's what I'm saying. Like if you like, it might not even have anything to do with a material anything. You know what I'm saying? Like it might not have the money. It might not be no cars. It might not be, you know, like the house. It might literally be that things come easier to her than they do to you.
I don't know. It look like they about the same when it comes.
No, they're not. Shamea is not. Shamea is not on the same like type of level, in especially in this housewife realm.
Well, maybe the housewife. I'm talking about just life general.
But that's what I mean. But that's my point. Like that feels logical that wouldn't make any sense to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's why I'm saying in general, people will generally be like take things out on you or be jealous or envious of you because of the way other people love you. And it's nothing. They don't have nothing to do with you. But you just mad, like what they say. I said this the second time I said people don't want what you give them, they want what you have. So like, yeah, something Shamea moves strange. You went from that to being best friends with Kelly, and now Kelly is going back and forth with this girl saying that she sleep with people's husbands.
She said it last year.
Now I'm about to double down and say, yeah, I'm almost willing to put.
But Kelly said it last year. She said that was her.
Kelly did say it last year, but my point is now you're best friends with this girl who has that type of. Well,
I wouldn't even be
your best friend.
Well, if you look at it, last year to me it was Kelly and Angela was the one who put the nail in the coffin with Shamea and Portia because they went back and told Portia.
For sure, it was, but that was because Shamea gave him. Yeah, for sure. No, for sure. But that's the reason why I'm pointing out Shamea's behavior. Like, I'm not talking about Kelly. Kelly is behaving the same, like you said. She said it last year, she's saying it this year. But I'm talking about Shamea. Like, so Shamea, you was just getting to know these girls and you spilling all these guts, spilling out all of this stuff about your best friend. That relationship goes to shit. And now you are best friends with the girl, right? Like, that's what I mean. Like, that's just weird in general. Not even saying that meant you were supposed to stay friends with Portia, but it's weird that you would go and link up with somebody who has those type of ideas about your ex-best friend.
Because they weren't best friends.
That's my point. Yeah, for sure. Clearly. Well, I don't need to be told that because I said that from last season. I said from episode 2 when she got her ass on that Sprinter and went to the back of that bus and started crying with everybody else. Walked right past Portia, and even when they was talking earlier, at least what looked like it was earlier, you didn't mention it, but you started crying on that bus for the rest of those girls. I clocked it right then and there, and that's what I'm saying. Like, she moves fun, like. Which I guess will go back to when you say a friend to everybody is a friend to no one. You do have a coin where everybody best friend.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it sounds cute. Like what we talk about, internet best friend is way different than you literally had best friend. Like the way you seem like you would talk to your actual best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And then not just that, but then now we don't ever you had the opportunity to show for real loyalty, because not that we didn't see the friendship while you were a friend of, while your friend was bringing you along, with what she was doing. When you actually get the opportunity to be loyal to your friend, you sell her up the river.
Girl, because she was the glue last year. That's what she said.
Yeah. I was That was
she the glue. So remember,
that don't stick like the.
She was the glue. She was hitting the first 2 episodes, honey.
They tried it. They tried it, but no.
She was the one who was. They gave her a great, what they call it, opening. We got to see all this fabulous stuff that Shamea has, and then it just went left.
And she covered in what somebody else got. Now, ain't that a damn shame?
Girl, because I would be over there with my ass not investing in nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
And be doing like Portia said she did in her interviews, got married and quit all her jobs. And that's what I would have been doing, sitting over there being a wife and showing y'all how not to work. So I don't know. It's weird, but we'll see what's going to be said. So maybe she do, say, because I'm pretty sure if they were any kind of friends, she know a lot of Portia's business and Portia knows her.
And that's what I mean. Like, you got to have said something that would feel like a violation to her. You know what I mean? Like, to y'all.
So if she says she's not going to speak to her anymore, I'm wondering what's going to happen in season 18. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Who's not coming? How is it going to work?
Well, it could be Shamea for me. Shamea didn't have to come back this season as far as I was concerned. Yeah, even at this 5th episode, Shamea doesn't have to be here. Like, Shamea don't have to be here for me. She's too thirsty.
Yeah. I don't know, because Shamea should have her ass. Yeah. Beyond, she do too much.
Yeah, she's too thirsty. This is
It comes off very just weird. It's just ridiculous.
It comes off dehydrated.
She does way too much. And I mean, it looks very awkward, especially when she did the whole squat with the cup. I'm like, come on now, Shamea. You already got on this little short skirt. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. But remember, at Kenya's event, Shamea drank the stuff.
Yeah.
And said, this is water.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe, whatever. I'm done, girl. I'm taking my ass on the bed.
Right. Make sure y'all drop down in the comments. Let us know what you're rating this week's episode, and make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Girl, yes, I have to buy me a new computer because I think something is wrong with it. That's why it kept freezing up. Mm-hmm. So we'll get that done this week. I'll talk to you guys later. Y'all have a great evening. Evening. Good night.
Bye. See you next week.
See ya. Uh-oh. You hear that? That's the tea hitting the pavement. Over here on Word on the Curb, we don't sip, we spill. Word on the Curb, where the tea hits the pavement. Let's get into it. It's Angela, your favorite internet bestie, and we got the vibe. We rocking the housewives, politics, and celebrity gossip, all wrapped into one show.